Hi, my name is Chip Ellis, President of the International Association of U.S. Government Contractors. One of the top 10 myths that I hear all over the country is that doing business with the federal government involves too much red tape and too slow a pay. Most small business owners cite their terrible experience with the city, county, and state not getting paid for months. Let me assure you that the federal government, they must pay you by law within 30 days, and the paperwork is much less than the city, county, or state.
You know, the federal government is going to spend 530 billion this year just on normal spending and another 787 billion on the stimulus package. 39% is set aside for us. And yet, back in 2008 before the stimulus, we only got 21% of that set aside, not 39%. Why? Because we didn't apply because we thought there was too much red tape and the government pays slowly. In fact, we've all been familiar with having to fill out hundreds of pages of paper just to be eligible for a school board bid, or it takes months to get paid from a city project, or we don't have political contacts. Well, with the federal government, all these problems go away. In fact, from hardest to easiest, it's completely opposite what you would think. Because the federal government's so much bigger, you'd think there'd be so much more red tape, so much harder, so much slower pay. It's just not true. The hardest to do business with is the city, followed by the county, the state, and the federal government is the easiest. In fact, here's a tip you can do right now. Go get registered at ccr.gov for free. And by the way, when you finish, you just finished all the red tape you're going to have to do selling to the federal government. And there's no politics when it comes to small business. Yes, there may be politics involved for the billion-dollar projects, but the projects we're working on in the 25 to 100,000 to $500,000 range, you're not going to have to worry about that. And remember, 39% is set aside for us. They even have non-competitive opportunities where you don't even have to bid to get a project. Explore the federal government contracting. They are the biggest customer in the world. They've set aside business just for small businesses like yours. You need to jump in here. Go register today.